Welcome back, guys. Today we're looking at percentage increase. Simply means the price of an item has gone up by a certain percentage, and so if a price has gone up by a certain percentage, it means that you end up paying more than you would initially pay. So let's have a look at the first example. £40 increase by 10%. We're using the straight formula, that is by finding 10% of £40. That gives you 4. Once you have that, you're gonna have to add that to the original price, which is £40, and that would end up giving you £44. So it's very straightforward. If a bag used to cost £40, or you used to pay £40 for a bag, and it's been increased by 10%, this time around you're gonna have to pay more for the same bag. All right, let's look at the second approach to it. That is the calculator method, and you do that by, obviously, the original price is always equals to 100%, because that is the noun full price. And so if it's increased, it means you're going to have to add up your increased percentage to the original percentage, which is 100, and that gives you 110. Once you have that, we're going to use our format when we have three numbers or three digits, how to write that as a decimal. And so that would be the first digits, points, the second and third digits. So this is the format for it. Once you know this formula, once you are used to this formula, it becomes very easy. Or another way to understand that is by dividing whatever number, the three digits, by 100. Remember, percentage is out of 100. So if you divide that by 100, you get your decimal, and your decimal will be 1.10. Once you have that, you times that by the original price, which is £40, and that's going to give you straight on your new price. So the same bag you used to buy for £40, if it's increased by 10%, you now have to pay £44 or £4 extra to get the same bag. So it's very simple. Now let's try the second question. So £80 is increased by 25%, and the new price is £100. The new price is £100, but make sure you work this out. You can use any of the formula to work it out, and your answer should be £100. Very simple. So if a sneaker costs £80 and this same sneaker is being increased by 25%, how much do you reckon you're going to pay for that, and how do you calculate to make sure you're paying the exact amount or the right amount? All right. On the other hand, if a price can either increase or decrease, so if a price is decreased, it means there's been a drop of price, and this time around you are going to pay lesser than what the original amount used to be. So £60 decreased by 25%. First of all, you want to find 10% first. You find another 10%, and then you find 5%, which is half of 10%. So adding that together would give you your 25%, which gives you £15. And so very simple. If a price of a bag costs £60 and is being decreased by 25%, it means it's dropped down, or is 15% cheaper than it used to be. So what is the new price? And that would be £45. So you're gonna have to take out the dropped amount from the original price, and you get your answer. If you want to use the other method, obviously the original price is always equals to 100%. So if there is a drop in price, if the 100% is dropped by 15%, it means that you need to take out 15% from the 100%, which represent the original price. And so if you take that out, that would give you 85%. So it means that this time around, you're not paying up to the 100% price. You're going to pay 85% price. And just on the same format, if we have two digits, it means your answer will be 0 points, the two digits, right? So this is how you change that into decimals, or you can just divide 85 by 100. That gives you 0.85. And then you multiply that by the original price, 60, and that gives you your straight reduced amount, right? Which is £45. So if you used to pay £60 for a Coach bag, and is Black Friday is being reduced by 25%. It means you're not going to pay 60%. You save yourself a £15, so you pay less, which is £45. All right, now let's try this example. £120 decreased by 30%. So your final answer should be 96. It means that if a sneaker costs £120 and there's been a reduction, or there's a sale of 30% price on the original price of the sneaker, how much are you going to pay? You end up paying £96 instead of £120. But make sure you work this out. Pause the video, try and work out to see if you get the same answer as the 96. All right, thanks very much for watching. See you in the next video.